Akademiks. Can't ride no way.
Before we get to there, and I'm about to take a piss too. Chat, lock in with me. We're going to be going for some hours here. All right? It's still early. It's 1 o'clock. Don't fall asleep on me. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to put up? Oh. So DJ Vlad did an interview with Maino. And this shit's hilarious too. I'm going to play it. I'm going to try to play it on 1.25 speed and get straight to it. Here we go.
You know, 05, like I was one of the guys that they was constantly going at. Then I got to the point I was like, I couldn't understand it in the beginning because I wasn't used to niggas talking like that to me or about me, right?
All right, so this is Maino on Vladtv. He's basically talking about why him and 50 are getting into it. He mentions me slightly. I just want to react to this real quick. I'm going to take a real quick piss, all right?
I think I sent a few shots. I think a couple of people got caught in that, but it is what it is. Look how many times niggas in what you gonna play? Let me hear it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna play anything.
Oh,
but you saying I don't understand how all these people talking about me, they don't know me. When you came out with the song "Rumors," where you talked about a whole bunch of people that you had never met.
Listen. I talk about the rumors in the game. Think about what you're saying. That's different than a nigga going on his platform to call me a snitch without no evidence about that. What we talking about? How's that the same?
Okay, I mean, you started out with the song. I heard the Shook Smack game.
That's what I heard. That was a rumor.
Right, but you are still like taking a shot at someone by saying that. I know Game. Game did not take that very well, I'm sure. Right? Come on.
I get that. But at the end of the day,
there's a whole bunch of other people, you know, you mentioned along the way.
But you comparing. I mean, it's similar, and I think whereas you taking things that were said on a record and what I creatively made about the rumors in the industry, and you comparing that to a nigga that never met me, disrespecting me.
But you're disrespecting people in this song.
No, nigga, hell no. No, that's
Maino,
not this.
I love you, Maino, but come on, man.
Listen to what I'm saying, Vlad. If a man is saying things about you that is absolutely untrue, that's not disrespect to you?
You don't know the Shook Smack game. That's just one of the things.
I said I heard.
Doesn't matter.
You're
still putting it out there.
Yo, Vlad, we can argue all day up and down from here to the fucking moon. That you're not going to make me believe that that's the same.
All right. Let's keep
of a diss, but more or less about the messaging in it. You know what I'm saying? Because who you think really got dissed in there?
Okay, so Maino dropped a new song. I'm not fond of it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. It's just that I get it, you guys are rappers by trade, but it doesn't mean that every time I have a problem, y'all got to keep trying to drop songs. I get y'all trying to monetize. I get it. But not everything sounds like something that people would play again. I don't think Maino should be rapping. I think Maino, you know, his true calling, and I want to give some advice to Maino. Maino, I think you should study Taxstone. I think you're a wannabe Taxstone at this point. The thing with Taxstone, and I don't like him either, but Taxstone had a way to kind of like relate to people on some shit where they thought like he had a higher level of like, you know, intellectual understanding or a street understanding that people would flock to. The thing with you is that you're a man with no island. You could talk, you know, by trade. But there's nothing that people really want to really get from you. There's no one who's really opening their phone to say, I wonder what Maino's opinion is. I wonder what, you know, Maino. No. Your music as well is just subpar. That's it. And I gave that opinion before. I'm going to give it again. I think he's just a wannabe Taxstone. That's it. He's a wannabe Taxstone. The guy who has his tough reputation, who could kind of like speak from a way where people believe him so much and think he's been through it. But in reality, he's dense. Or not even dense. He's really hollow in terms of knowledge. But I'll let it keep playing.
I guess I took it overall as a diss.
Right.
I mean, you have that one line, you know, 50 tried to use that and Max is a pawn, causing more division in the city. Got
that's a fact. You think he playing chess? You think that he didn't know what he was doing? That was a chess move. Everybody gives 50 the credit for being this thinker, right? This chess move. So he understands the temperature between Max and Jim Jones. Mm-hmm. You don't think that like, come on, that's. And look at what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing wrong because all I do is cause more division in the city. That's just causing more division because now it's looking like Max co-signed it, right? Which he did. Right.
If you're on the song, you're co-signing it.
Right.
If you're
But
doing
the song, hold on, relax. First of all, relax.
Okay.
The song had already been done. Did you know that?
Which song?
That song.
The 50 song?
All right, I'm gonna just keep
At
skipping.
odds.
Okay.
All right.
true.
So if we trying to get to a space where cooler heads is firing at whoever was in the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, fucking asshole.
Nah. You
That
that's
is
a new
all
problem. I feel like the way you put the beat together, the way you layered.
You heard another nigga say that didn't like me, so now you repeating it.
Okay, I'm
Fact, I zip niggas up. Let's get to that. And I've always been the underestimated one. Niggas never gave me my credit for being anything. You understand? When it comes to dressing, when it comes to music, you understand? You got niggas that actually really get on the internet and argue that I don't have no hits.
No,
You
you
got
have hits.
yeah, like just
Oh, yeah, you have hits. All the above.
come. But it don't even matter, right? We don't got to go into anything.
Haters.
But my point is, I've always felt like I was a slept-on artist.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like I was a slept-on artist with something to talk about. Like my story is real. What I was given. You know, nigga, you comparing me to who? Don't compare me to nobody else. Compare me to me.
Well, not everyone remembers this, but 50 actually helped you out back in the day.
Yeah, and,
Right.
I gave him his credit, and it's 30 interviews with me talking about that.
Including this one, right? So
Yeah, but
you guys
it's
don't
a
have
different
kind of like an
time.
inherent beef, a long-term
No,
beef
we
or
don't have
whatever
no
else.
beef, and this
I
is-
always thought there was a mutual respect.
Here, listen, this is why I'm so befuddled with the whole issue as it pertains to him, because if you go back and look at any interview where his name came up, I always gave him his flowers. I always gave him his credit, always gave him the grace and the respect because of what he done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to sign to Atlantic anyway, but it was like taking long, and he made that call,
he helped
and
out.
it got done,
Yeah.
right? Drink Champs, even after the beef started, I went on Drink Champs and still said that, right? So when he go do his little diss or whatever, and says, "Oh, Bar ripped him," oh.
Wait. Which line are you talking about?
Yes, it's everybody didn't catch the line. So you see this shot where he says,
At the barbershop.
Yeah.
That's where your face got cut.
Yeah, but
That's
he
what he's
said-
trying to reference. Yeah.
but he referenced that, but he
Yeah.
also referenced the guy's name.
Oh, that was his name.
Yeah.
Bar?
Yeah.
Oh.
He referenced his name. So now I'm thinking, okay, now this is personal. Now you're talking street shit. And now you saying it, I don't know why niggas is saying it as if it was like a strike against my character, because it's not. We cut each other. Okay?
You cut him first, he cut you
I cut him first, he cut me back.
Yeah.
No big. I cut many guys. All right? It is what it is.
How many guys did you cut?
A plethora.
Okay.
All right? And everybody knows this. But on the internet, they like to just focus on that because of this.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Right? So now when he does that, I'm saying, oh, he going to like street shit. And this is why now I gave him his credit. I can't give him to him no more.
Well, from my point of view, seeing the way 50 operates, me and him have talked, but we don't have like a close relationship like I do with Yayo, right? So I'm not going to speak
Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is he?
to someone that he has
Okay.
beef with. So I feel like in this situation,
Right.
this is where you landed.
Who
Yeah,
you
I don't have 50 don't have beef directly with Maino, but since
who you
Maino
got
was
beef
with
with?
these dudes,
who
like
you got beef with?
Jim Jones,
This way.
Oh, so who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is he?
what do you mean?
Who the fuck is he?
50?
To
But I'm saying this is how he operates. We've seen this before.
So what?
Okay.
So
I'm not
what?
saying you
Who-
should understand
so
it.
I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
just saying that's
if
what
a
I
nigga
think
got
it is.
listen, if a nigga got a problem, I don't owe no nigga nothing as far as it comes to any level of loyalty, because as far as I knew, that they little back and forth ain't nothing real. That was nothing, because
Yeah.
I remember them cool and they had a little workout, little banter. And that's all this started from like a post in 2020. See, I remember them going back and forth on Instagram about working out. And then one day, Capo put up a picture of Mel Murder, and I liked it. I didn't read the caption. It was Mel Murder. He from Bed-Stuy. I liked it. He locked up. I liked it. I'm saluting. 50 takes the picture of the post. This is what I'm saying. He's so sensitive, right? He take a picture of that post, of me liking it, and says, yeah, I helped this guy before, and I guess he forgot, you got to watch people and all that. And I was like, what? I was confused. I didn't understand. So I went back and then I read the caption. I said, oh shit, these niggas going back and forth. So that I goes and puts up the post and say, yo, you overthinking, bro. Like I could never forget about what you talking about. I can never forget about that. And I left it like that. And I don't think we ever really was the same. And this is a nigga that I felt like we had a decent
It's gonna pick up, Chad. I'm sorry.
a relationship, right? I respect him on his impact in the game, him being an artist that has impacted the game, even his business sense or whatever, right? And definitely respected what he done. But I never knew nothing gangster about him. I ain't never had that respect for him, and I think that maybe because I was showing so much grace and giving him his flowers for so long, I think that kind of got devalued. Maybe thought that. Did you think that I had extra respect on some gangster shit? Because I never did. I never believed that. I had no reason to.
Well, meaning what exactly? Meaning that you don't think that he did gangster activities at various points throughout his life?
No, I don't know. I have no way of knowing that.
Well,
and I don't want to make this whole interview about him, but listen, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he capitalized on a moment. It benefited him. What happened to him? I think two things that happened to him was probably the greatest things that ever happened. And one of those things was the fact that he got shot. Now, the fact that he got shot, whether, they say it was 5 times, really, he lied and not, whatever, right? All right. That justified him wearing a vest, pictures with guns. It justified the imagery. It gave it a storyline. Oh, all these old niggas trying to kill me. Everybody trying to kill me. There's a sense of danger. And then him signing Eminem amplified that. So now you got that storyline, then you got that machine. That was the perfect ingredients for success. We saluted it, we loved it. There was an underdog that came up. We was all with it, right? Anything gangster, I don't know nothing about that.
Well, I mean, he was also a great songwriter.
The music was
there. Music was definitely there.
We can't take nothing. Listen, I'm not taking nothing from no nigga that deserved what he deserved, but I'm not gonna give extra.
Right. Well, but here's the thing, right? And this is something that really can't be disputed. And I watched this from the outside looking in. Jeter had real serious street beef with a lot of very serious guys.
Who?
Jimmy Henchman.
They got spanked. Nigga, are you crazy?
Really?
They got spanked. What is wrong with you?
What do you mean you got?
Now, I'm not in the position to kind of argue if this guy's telling the truth. Obviously, I don't really care for him that much. But what we've always heard about when it came to like the beef with henchmen, somebody's son got slapped, somebody got killed over it. I guess Maino's giving us the Brooklyn tea.
They got spanked.
Yo, Vlad, please, trust me when I'm telling you this. I don't really want to go into all this, but they got spanked. What is wrong with you? Jimmy had his way. People died. What are you talking about?
Jimmy had his way?
What are you talking about?
I mean, Yayo's house got shot up over that situation. I understand that. But ultimately...
Think about what you're saying and think about what happened.
Meaning what? That Jimmy's doing double life?
Listen, in that situation, that situation, they wasn't a victim in that situation, brother.
Right.
Okay, so what?
But I feel like these guys stood their ground.
Who stood what ground?
I think Gina stood their ground.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay.
And it's easy to go for with the folklore. What else? Who else?
World.
You don't even know World. World is my childhood friend.
Okay.
Listen, this is things. He wasn't
didn't have beef with World?
Listen, that wasn't no.
The shooting that happened after 97?
Listen, this is what I don't even want to get into it.
Okay.
One incident happened, right? You think you really into it with somebody with one incident?
Suge Knight.
Yo, bro,
The
listen.
stabbing incident at the Vibe Awards.
Yo, listen, look, all I'm saying is I don't have no reason to believe the extra gangster shit. You believe whatever you want to believe. I ain't here to take
But we're talking about actual incidents. We saw the video at the Vibe Awards, right?
What happened at the Vibe Awards?
The guy that attacked them ended up getting stabbed.
Attacked who?
Attacked Dr. Dre.
What
Who was with them?
What had that? Yo, bro.
They were there with Dr. Dre.
Yo, bro, leave me.
They were signed to Dr. Dre.
Yo, bro, listen to me. I'm not gonna debate you on another man. All I'm speaking from my perspective, and it is what it is. Like I don't have no reason to believe nothing extra. Those incidents that you're talking about, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People lost a lot. Like look, it don't even matter to me, right? Look, like I said, you believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I know truth. I think it's all a character act. Whatever, man.
It is what it is. If you and 50 got on the phone today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, he's painting a picture like 50 was just never that guy. I don't think we've ever heard someone say that.
You could have a civilized...
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
I don't,
civilized conversation.
Listen,
which is something I hope for, by the way.
It don't even matter to me, though. But the thing is this, though. I don't care to do it because I don't want a nigga to confuse anything because you already said things that I feel like now I need to stand on. Oh, you don't want to smoke. You want to be cool. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, who?
All right, man. All I'm gonna say is that I'm Team 50 on this one. I know y'all think I'm glazing 50, but on this one, I'm team Fifth. And if Maino wants us to believe that Fifth never did none of these things, Fifth ain't like that, I think when he did get back into it with Fifth, Fifth told him one simple thing: pull up and find out. So if Maino's doing Vladtv interviews and talking to everybody when 50, the guy who was verbally and seemingly maybe even physically bullying him, the same pull up, seems like the problem is with you. Okay, we'll move past this. So let's get on to. Should we get to finesse 2 times?